Hey everyone, how are you today? Jim Prusak here from the Pain PT. And today we're going to talk about feelings, emotions. This is a area that gets neglected when we talk a lot about chronic pain, chronic health ailments. If we just go back to the definition of pain, pain is a sensory and emotional experience. And we focus so much on the sensory aspect of pain. We focus on how it feels to us in a physical way. Dull, aching, sharp, numbing, stabbing, those type of things. We put that on a scale from 0 to 10. But many times we stop there. We don't go deeper into how the pain really makes us feel. What's the underlying feeling behind the physical symptoms? How does it make me feel? When you ask yourself this question, you start to get into your feelings, your emotional feelings. And this is really crucial for recovery for chronic conditions because we know it's emotional. We know that part of the condition is emotional. And so to deal with our feelings, we have to deal with our emotions, just like we deal with our thoughts. And I always tell people you need to feel your feelings. You can't think your way out of a feeling. You can think your way out of a thought, and you can change your thinking, which changes your thoughts, but you can't do that with a feeling. To way out of a feeling is to actually feel it. And that's why it's called a feeling. The definition of a feeling is something that we experience emotionally. And the word feeling means we have to feel it in our bodies. Emotions are actually physiological chemical reactions in us. They don't happen in outer space, they happen inside our bodies. So each feeling we have, each emotional feeling, has a different chemical makeup. It actually feels different to us. So anger feels different from sadness, which feels different from fear. And so a lot of people have difficulty connecting with their bodies and how they actually feel. And so this is something that may take you some practice or getting used to, but I want to, in this session today, just go over and sort of emphasize the point that feeling is healing, and that you need to feel it to heal it. That's sort of my motto here, is that you need to feel it to heal it, and that every feeling needs to be felt. And so if we're repressing or suppressing or unconsciously blocking or stopping how we really feel, we're stopping the natural flow through the body. We're actually stuffing up our natural flow through the nervous system, through the blood vessels, through the meridians, if you want to talk about acupuncture. We're basically stuffing up our bodies. We're not being honest with ourselves and acknowledging the true feelings. And so this can come about for a number of reasons. We learn it this way from childhood on. We've had traumatic experiences where it doesn't feel very comfortable to feel certain emotions. We're a certain personality type who's a people pleaser, or we don't express ourselves very clearly. So there's many reasons why we don't feel our feelings. But I want to tell you here today that every feeling is valid. Every emotional feeling is normal. There is no such thing as a bad feeling. There's no such thing as a negative feeling. Anger, fear, sadness, joy, happiness, they're all the same. And so this is something that most people it doesn't register for them. They think that only certain feelings are okay and other ones are not meant to be felt or expressed or acknowledged. But every single person on the planet here has a system that's been developed, whether you grew up in China or you grew up in Europe or you grew up in the US. We all have the same blueprint for emotions. We all feel the same emotions in us. The stories are what's different, things that have happened to us and what's happened to us, but the underlying emotions are the same. And so this is what we want to get in touch with when we're working with this Feel It to Heal It approach. We really want to get in touch with what are our feelings, what do they feel like in our body, and can we acknowledge and express this is how we feel. To be completely honest with ourselves, completely open with ourselves about how we feel. How does your pain make you feel? How do your symptoms make you feel? Just stop for a second and ask yourself that question. Just tune in with your symptoms. How do they make you feel? If you come up with a feeling in your body, what is that feeling? Have you felt that way at, at other points in your life? Is it a similar feeling? Is it related to other experiences in your life, whether they're happening now or they happened some time ago? Do you have recurring thoughts? Do you have sort of ruminating thoughts about people or things? Do you have a hard time letting go of anger and resentment? Do you have difficulty sitting with your fear when it comes up? Do you have a hard time letting yourself cry when you're sad? Do you have a hard time acknowledging and expressing that you're angry and being okay with that? So this is your feelings, this is your emotions, and it's part and parcel with chronic pain and with the healing process, this feel it to heal it. You want to be open to feeling not only your symptoms, but you want to be able to go deeper and feel these underlying emotions. They're all okay. There's nothing wrong with any of these feelings. And when you actually let yourself feel these things, they lose their power. It's the feeling that keeps the symptoms alive. It's the feelings, the emotions that keep the story alive, that keep the thoughts ruminating. I like to call it the fuel that keeps the fire going. And so when you get to these deeper fueling emotions, underlying emotions, and you let yourself come in touch with them and feel them and allow them to come in to your experience, you invite them in and acknowledge them, then basically you burn them up. You sort of burn up the fuel. And so it's not going to stoke this fire anymore. You're going to feel differently about people. You're going to feel differently about the story. And ultimately, you're going to feel differently in your body. You're going to feel better. So this is just a little primer on a starting point for emotions and feelings. I really want to come back to this notion that all feelings are meant to be felt and that we need to feel it to heal it if we want to recover from chronic pain and other chronic health problems. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your day, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.